Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome. Because you're an amazing, feeling well rested, grounded, rooted, clear within the sense of self and energy. Um, it's kind of like 5 in the morning when I'm recording this. It's real with me when I was like, I'm like, because at first I teased about it. I was like, okay, is that all? Then I was like, no, I just felt something. And then they just started giving me messages. Started giving me channel messages. Started just like, okay, we're really in here, in here. So a lot of the messages were regarding animals and insects, I guess, as well. And I was thinking like how some ladybugs are poisonous and or can bite you. There are some ladybugs that aren't and that won't bite you. Where there are some poisonous caterpillars, you touch them like maybe you're in pain. Some caterpillars like, oh, this is so cute. And I was also thinking like, damn, a lot of animals develop teeth or something within them that's very toxic. Like I'm thinking of the really bright blue Amazonian frogs. And if you think about the color blue, how it is already hard to create in nature, and nature itself is literally creating it. Um, and also not also for it hard to be created in nature, but also for our eyes to perceive what the color blue really is as well. And so I was like, dang, there are a lot of animals like that do bite and some that don't bite, but they're of the same species almost. You got spiders that bite, spiders that won't bite, you know? So it got me thinking with like certain things. It's almost like sport is like it's time for you to start biting back. People just think you're a regular worm and you need to show them that you're a worm with teeth. People think you're just a cute little ladybug here for their luck, here for their joy, and it's like, no, you need to show them you got teeth. Show them why you're doing it, show them that you're here for it, you know? So spirit is like it's time to bare your teeth. It's almost like when a dog is like snarling. That was also my dream. Dreams can be very significant as well. There was animals in my dream, dogs in particular, and I know what that means. I shit. But it's just something where you have to start showing that you can be weirdest one, that you can be the aggressor, that you can be the agitator, that you can be the provoker, that you can be the villain, that you can like you have to show your teeth. You have to show the poison because the poison's not killing you. The poison doesn't kill the frog, the poison doesn't kill, the venom doesn't kill the wasp, all these things it doesn't kill these animals. It is just something that they have inside of them. Right? I'm seeing like a porcupine is soft when its spikes are down, but once the spikes is up, you're showing them, hey. And so I feel like people have been taking your softness, your kindness, your understanding, your patience, your removal and reversal of their karma by being in their life, for granted. They're not being somebody that's realizing what you're doing and the extent that you're going to. So instead of you, showing us like it's like no, no, no. Show them why you were able to develop that kindness, that pleasure, that peace, that compassion, that understanding, that patience, that empathy, that consideration, that generosity. Show them why. Show them how I gotta show them. And so spirit is like, let's push, oh my God, push it to the limit. I love y'all. And so spirit is like, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that will show you when the time comes who they are. And spirit is like, the time has come for you to show people who you are. And so and somebody in the comments on one of my videos be like, exhaustingly repetitive. And I liked it and I loved it because I was like, you don't even realize what you're doing. Exhausting repetitive. Maybe I'm giving examples, different scenarios. It's a huge collective. And then I just liked and loved it because I'm like, I want you to see that I see, and I want you to see that I'm an alchemist, baby. You came, and you felt really like you play with yourself, not with me. And so I had to show them, like, hey, I may look like a butterfly, but I can eat you like dead flesh, like a butterfly. That card is working, baby. It is working. It's time for you to start showing people. Because people see your love, they see your energy, and they like, I can work with that. I can deal with that. I can do that. But then as soon as it's like somebody has been playing in your energy in your face for a little bit too long. It's almost like they was poking the hibernating bear and then get shot when the bear wakes up. And it's crazy because in the one that they said exhausting repetitive in, I was talking about how you need to listen to spirit. So they said that it's like you really don't listen to spirit. People have not been listening. People have not been understanding. People have not been going. You got it. There you go. This is my booty boo. So you need to show them. You need to show them. So let's see what's going on with who they need to show and why they need to show. I don't know, fuck with that lady obviously anymore. I haven't fucked with her for years now. But it reminds me of the documentary with Nicki Minaj, and she was like, if I would have accepted the pickle juice on a plate, I'll be eating pickle juice right now. And that shit just every now and again I think about that because it's like, she was like, no, I came there for a photo shoot. They had clothes that didn't fit. They had pickle juice with the juice all on the plate. Just tell us so much. She was like, it was just like, oh, I'm worthy of more than this. I'm worthy of more than this. And so, no, I'm not gonna accept that. What do you mean? What? So, again, I don't fuck with other animals for this, but it's this energy of you have to show people I'm not fucking with the pickle juice. I'm not at that energy or them anymore. So some people you have already surpassed. Some people feel weird about saying that they surpassed other people or that they know more than other people or that they're better than other people. I'm like, no. You need to start living in what you know, living in that truth. Because you are. Either you're going in or you're going out. Thank you. People need to see, people need to recognize. I'm not gonna accept that anymore. I'm not gonna just do that anymore. So, boundaries, limitations, access, using your rage. I feel like you've been suppressing your rage a lot. Yeah, you've been suppressing your rage, your anger a lot. And it reminds me of the cards that I have in my personal deck that I created where I was like patience and understanding go hand in hand. Not saying that those are the only two that can go hand in hand, but when you have patience to kind of sit there, question things, the situation, look at it from all directions, you get a better understanding, whether you agree with that understanding or not. But you get that understanding. They work both ways. If you're looking for an understanding, you're going to be patient enough to seek out those answers. But when you're no longer patient and you also got the understanding, you're irritated. If you got the understanding and you're no longer patient, you're out of the, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like your patience has worth it with being understanding of people with their lack of growth in character, with their lack of health, with their lack of acknowledgement. They really are playing in your face. I love her. I follow I forgot the name, but they have a lot of Scorpio places. Like I was like, damn, I didn't know that was possible. But it was like, as a Scorpio, you gotta learn when to lie. Because people just out here wanting answers, wanting truth, wanting information. You gotta learn when to lie. It's kind of like going back to the brightly colored frogs. Even tigers, how it looks very bright to our eyes, but to animals' eyes, they see that color differently. And so it's enticing. And so what they thought was enticing to bring in and eat is going to devour them. And they thought that, I'll tell you one thing, the kindest people, the most understanding people, the most patient people, once that flip switches, to not giving that to you anymore, you feel like you are on the cold side of the moon. Like you are in Pluto, forgotten, so possibly be at it again to not be at it again. And I feel like you are showing up and showing out for people. So bare your teeth. Bare that strength. People are going to get pissed off. People have been pissed off with you anyway, I'm hearing. People are like, why? I haven't done anything. Exactly. You haven't done anything. And some people are pissed off that you have not done anything. And it sounds crazy, but some people are irritated that you, it's almost like, I was watching and it was the episode with Rock Lee, and he finally got cleared for training. And it was this dude that was trying to kill Guy Sensei, essentially, but he was acting like a different student, and he did a move on Rock Lee that was essentially going to break his fucking ankle. Okay, again, like the nigga just got cleared with the same foot, like was gonna break it again. And then the dude that was gonna do that, Rock Lee's in pain because obviously it hurt. He still got hit. But then he's like, I'm sorry, he's lying. The dude's lying. I didn't know, it was just a reflex, yada, yada. But then when everybody's helping Rock Lee and then weights fall off and hit the fucking ground, he gets irritated. He gets visibly irritated. You know what Rock Lee does? He goes, after, because old dude's still saying, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And then he's like, irritated, like, what the fuck? Weights? He was able to still move that fast? And I didn't hit him, I didn't get him. He was like, it's okay, like, it's alright. I'm learning, like, we can, and he's just irritated. Later on in the episode, Rock Lee winds up whooping his ass properly. So it's like this person that, and he, even in the episode before, he tries to go kill Guy Sensei, he's like, the dude that Rock Lee was like, hey, like, he on his little crutch, like, hey, once I get better again, we can start trading. And Rock Lee didn't get to it. She's like, there's something I want to steal from you. You're not worthy, saying all the stuff to Rock Lee. Even after Rock Lee just got spoken life into by his friends that know him. He's like, He's like, what? Later on got his ass beat. But I feel like people size you up because of that kindness, because of that openness, but they don't expect you to have protection like he did with his wrist, his ankle. They don't expect you to still be understanding because they're like, hey, you just sparring. Shit happens when you spar. Ask me how I know. So it's this thing with this energy where people are upset that they could not get you. They could not be mad at you. You weren't lashing out at them. You're just like, it's okay. Shit happens. Now, why the fuck are they so understanding? Why are they so patient? Why are they so kind? And they're irritated. And they don't realize the same thing that caused you to go look at, I'm seeing the Venus flytrap because it's so big and colorful, or to go look at that frog and study it, or to look at certain spiders with their different colors, a lot of poisonous things that were very bright colors. They don't realize that what's enticing them is what is meant to kill what is not for them. And they're not taking that. They're getting mad that they're getting enticed, and they're met with, hey, now let me pull up my spikes like a porcupine. Hey, don't make me squirt like a skunk. Spray like a skunk, I said squirt. But they're getting irritated. Because even when you do call on your rage, your frustration, your justice, Spirit goes, we're going to pick you up, put you over here, and we're going to hand it to them. And they get so upset. They get so angry. So it's time for you to show them that they have been dealing with a possible toxic creature this entire time. Just because I wasn't using it on you doesn't mean I can't use it at all. Time to get aggressive. Time to bare your teeth. Time to show people that they are seen. I can see what you're doing. I can hear what you're doing. I can feel what you're doing. I got dreams about what you're doing. I know. I know. And I feel like your patience, understanding, your compassion for these people has really wore thin. And it's like, but I don't, it's almost like a little bit of hesitation. Like, I don't, it's like you have to show them who you really are because they've been acting like you're just a gummy worm when you're really a leech. So if I remember right, leeches are a part of the worm family. And it sounds crazy, but you get what I'm saying? You're baring your teeth. They don't know that you can suck the blood. You can get the. Don't try me. Don't try me. Do not try me. Because just like a leech, it can also be used to remove blood clots. It can help. It really does help a lot with blood clots, with swelling of blood, a lot of things. So the same way they can be used for help. It can be you get you. Who is it? The fact that this card flipped out, the world card, Spirit is literally saying it doesn't matter who it is. It's ending. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. You got the world card. As soon as I said, who is it? It flew out. I was only able to do one of these. And it came out. And it came out. Spirit is like, we don't want you to focus on that anymore. That is an ending. That is an ending. What you have been feeling. Yeah, you're bringing in true love and passion with the Lover's card. A lot of major arcana. So these are pillars in your life. I like to think of major arcana as like not necessarily the foundation of the home, but like the pillars that keep up the home, the beams, I forgot you know what the fuck I'm talking about, the things that keep up the home. I feel like it's things that keep up the home, and then pentacles and all the stuff is things that can be added to the home and to yourself. But with the Lover's card coming in, these major arcana cards, you're gonna have a decision of how you want it, because even in this card, they're so enticed with each other. They don't even see the snake is biting. They're so enticed with themselves, with their energy. Hold on, let me move that. They're so enticed with themselves, their energy. They're so enticed with wrapping themselves up in your life, taking your blessings, being associated with you, being around you, that they don't even realize that you have been disturbing me to the point where I have to protect myself. Yeah, we got the Four of Swords with the Page of Wands. They hate how you're able to come back from things, how you're able to heal. Like I said, a lot of somebody that is very understanding, very patient, very compassionate. I didn't get that when I was growing up. And so I understand what it feels like to not have that. I don't want anybody else to feel the way I felt or anything. So with the Four of Wands and the Four of Swords and the Page of Wands, you have cleared your mind of, you're not one of those people that misery likes company. You're not one of those people that likes to sit around and gossip, and you're not one of those people that is. Hold on. And so it's, you're looking at things from a different light, a different perspective, and you're moving in that way. Spirit is picking what movie one. Nine of Pentacles. Some, like I said, some people will enjoy. You are someone that when you enter their life, you and karma like this. When you enter their life, you hold off on that karma. You hold off on that cosmic day. And it sounds crazy, but when you swear to it, it don't sound too crazy. It sounds pretty normal. You hold off on that. Is that a kitty? Oh, it's a kitty. All right. Sorry. Got distracted. A lot of animals around here. But they don't realize that you're walking wealth, you're walking abundance, you're walking opportunities, you're loving, which is hilarious. This is also about somebody that's an animal lover, Knight of Pentacles. So with this coming right under the World card and the Lover's card, you have a decision to make to truly walk away from this. Because Spirit is telling you and showing you why you need to have your light be even more brighter, why you need to have your teeth be even more sharper, why you need to, like, I mean, just get your protection up, but also use the protection. You got your protection up, you got your wards up. That's what attracts people. It's your protection. Think about it, fortresses with moats, they attract people. It's you're attracting, but with this four swords and information wands, you're clearing out what does no longer work. I'm gonna shuffle. Seven of Pentacles. Like I said, they don't know what work it took for you to get here to this point of peace, of calm, of patience, of understanding, of compassion. They've really been trying to play in your face. And I feel like part of you knew. Yeah, I feel like part of you knew. And that's why possibly you're a little scared to show them I'm not just a plant. I'm a Venus flytrap. I'm gonna drain your skin. I'm not just, you know, oh, I'm more than what you have just looked at me as. You didn't really get to know me, didn't get to understand me. I'm hearing you tell your stories more than once. I'm hearing you explain yourself more than once. But these people were okay with you being in life because of what it brought them. And it's crazy. That's why I also keep bringing up this protection and using it, because that's why you also were stopped with their karma. And that's why they kept you around. Because they knew that you were in their prayers. Sorry, vice versa. They knew that they were in your prayers, in your love, in your presence. And since you have such a connection with yourself, with the spirit realm, so it's like, okay, all right, we ain't gonna fuck with you. But just wait for you to wake up so that we can get these people are not people that pay attention to the truth, especially with the lovers of Gemini energy. They are not people that pay attention. So Gemini is about research, logic, communication, coming together, collaboration, third house, livelihood, sharing. They're not one to do that. They're ones to act like that. They do a lot of things that in front of other people that possibly show that they're generous and nice and kind and a great friend and a romantic partner. But in reality, it's like you are not that. And it's time for you to show them what happens when your livelihood, your life, your energy, your substance is being attacked. You have not been showing people. Nature knows. Your spirit knows. Okay? Your body knows. Everything knows but these people. Yeah, so first they think. That shit. Yeah. 3 of Cups. They were willing to come in on this celebration without the work, without the time, because that's right on top of the Lovers and the Four of Swords. They don't plan things for themselves even. They don't do anything on their, and there's nothing wrong with having support. Support is lovely. Support gets things done quite quick. But it's like they can't move without asking for help, asking for support, or asking a vent, asking this. It's like, and then in that way, they also can be like, well, you told me, or this, it's like this weird energy. Or they can be like, I don't know if that'll work. It's like, it's this weird energy where they want to be involved in the celebration, but they're not even mindful of what it took to get that water. You're in the ocean. Why are you wasting your own fresh, clean water? And I feel like they're so ready for things. And so it's like, okay, but they got it. They'll handle it. Because that enticing poison, enticing, like I said, it's not killing you. They're still able to reproduce and do what they need to do. But yeah, it's coming in. Why? Why are they? Thank you, because you know exactly what I was gonna say. And by they I mean you. Why are y'all pausing and hesitating? Y'all feel like y'all too strong. Y'all don't, I'm hearing y'all don't want to whoop their ass. We got the strength card. Like I said, a lot of major arcana cards. Leo energy. You know your light is very bright. You know it's very strong. You know it's prominent. You're that bitch, and you feel like I'm seeing that with Alicia Keys and her background singer, right? And her background singer was blowing out the water. You know the video talking about, you know exactly what like he was doing that damn thing. But he's a background singer. Doing all the parts, doing all in there. Okay? And I feel like you kind of feel like the background singer where it's like, I know my voice is meant to be on the forefront, but I'm gonna just play the background. But your spirit doesn't allow you. And just like that man, where he was, I mean, your spirit doesn't allow you. It's gonna come out anyway. It's going to come out anyway. It's going to be set up anyway. It's going to happen anyway because there is no way that you can sense danger, understand danger, fear and worry, and help other people, but not in yourself. Okay? We have the Queen and the King of Pentacles. You have been blessed abundantly. A lot of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, but these are things that you have, 7 of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles. These are things that you have worked for. Growing up and being a child that was told you're supposed to be seen and not heard, I make sure that I hear people and not here to just respond, but actually hear people. Growing up told that my, sexual abuse and molestation didn't happen allowed me empathy in a lot more ways and healing and understanding and decisiveness of how and who has access to me and what I tell them. So it's certain things people only see the other end of the results of what you did, but they don't see the planning, the going back, revising, the fixing. So you are very wealthy and abundant. Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, I asked, like, why do you feel like you don't want to seem braggish? You don't want to seem cocky. You don't want to seem all these things. You don't want to seem too strong. Well, look at the fucking strength card. Baring its teeth. And they're wrapped around. When you are attacked, when something is coming at you, you need to protect yourself. Of course, it's going to look like you're strong. Of course, you're strong with it. I'm thinking they're getting a sneak attack on you. So with this wealth, this Taurus and Capricorn energy, like I said, they just see it working out for you. But they don't see the thoughts that it takes to get there, the proficiency, the research. Pentacles take time. It's earth energy. You have a lot of pentacles coming out here. A lot of abundance. Maybe you don't want to seem bougie. Maybe they're in the same field as you or in the same craft as you and you're exceeding. I'm hearing maybe your relationship is actually as good as they're trying to make theirs seem. It's like you don't want to be seen in the way that you actually truly are supposed to be. You still want to be seen as just a worm. But even if you think about it, if a worm gets cut in half, it can literally regrow the rest of its body, and now you got 2 separate animals. Don't get me started on animals. But you have to realize, because how they're seeing you, how they're operating and moving with you is not who you truly are. They're taking characteristics and aspects of you and making that your entire being. Because you also have the Queen of Wands, Aries energy, and the 2 of Pentacles. You are very abundant. things always work out for you. Even if it feels like it's at the last minute, things always work out for you, because the same thing that is attracting things that you're supposed to kill, like these people, is the same people that will be attracted to that energy for you, to entice it, enhance it. The reason why you don't feel like bearing your teeth, being the villain, dishing out karma, or even stepping out the way and allowing karma to do it, is because you feel too strong, you feel too abundant, you feel like you have too much and they don't have anything. You feel like you got a lot of protection. It's just you have to realize that's their own doing. They didn't put in the work, the time, the energy. And you have been there for a very long time taking on things for them. And I'm not gonna lie, this energy kind of makes me want to cry, because they really have, and you know who I am. I'm gonna tell you the truth, they have been playing in your face. Time to bare your teeth. Because if it comes to protecting your kingdom, if it comes to protecting your kingdom, your people, your resources, your livelihood, you're going to need to do it. You need to do it. Some people has really been taking your kindness, your patience, your understanding, your empathy, your wealth, your support, everything for granted. Everything for granted. You need to come up with new ideas, new ways of imagining. And sometimes you feel like, well, how do I be mean? How do I push that out there? When I was a people pleaser, because like I said, I didn't want people to feel the way I felt. I didn't want them to feel left out and hurt anything. So when I was a people pleaser, I've had many people, when I was a people pleaser, tell me, if I ask you more than once, you'll say yes. Even if you say no, if I ask you more than once, or if I wait a little bit of time, or if I say it in a certain way, like you're my this and that, you'll come. And it's crazy, because what I was doing when I was saying yes and those things, it's like I've been in moments where I wish I had someone there, or I've been in moments where I wanted people to go, and I just, I've been in certain moments where I just wanted people to feel like, no, I'm here supporting you. And I thought my value, my worth, and my friendship was how much time and devotion I spent catering to their needs. But as soon as I start changing my pleasing ways and I say no and they still ask me, I just started ignoring them. That's also bare your teeth. That's also getting at them. That's also showing your poison. I'm not going to answer you. This is not a sales event. I don't need to be coerced into something I told you no about. And you'll have some people that'll take that and be like, oh, okay. I'll just ask and I'll just stop. I'll just leave it at that. Once they say no, they say no. I might ask, are you sure? Just to make sure. Do you need time? But other than that, no. Some people be like, okay. Some people be like, why did they do that? Oh, all of a sudden they don't want to do that. It used to, or then you'll have some people feel like you're hurting them on purpose by just choosing yourself. Like I just, no, I don't want to go. Because they want that pleasing, even if it hurts you, even if it's damaging to you, even if you need to recuperate your energy time and time again, even if you need to think of new ways to navigate life because you got a motherfucker on your back. But as soon as I started saying no, I started realizing people change. And sometimes they won't even ask me this stuff because they think I'll say no, because I said no last time. And so now they're not even giving me a choice, or they wouldn't give me a choice. So it's like, because I decided to say no a few times to things because I didn't want to go to those things, or they just don't resonate with me. And even when I told people, hey, I don't like going to certain things, they still invite and they still try to swindle and all this stuff. And it's like, I don't want to do that though. And so now I gotta be my team. And sometimes, and I think you also feel like you may miss out on some opportunities with this Queen of Wands if you say that. But with the Two of Pentacles coming in right with it, it's like, just because people don't invite you, good, they're not inviting you. Because why were they inviting you in the first place? If now all of a sudden they won't invite you because you'll say no, or because you need to think about it, or because they have to tell you at least in some time in advance so you can prepare you. Me, I'm a person, you need to tell me at least 1 to 2 weeks in advance. Every now and again, you can invite me for the same day type of stuff, but if it's involving a lot more people than just maybe me and you going to a park or to dinner, 9.5 times out of 10, I'm not going to go. I'm just not. So some people started inviting me last minute to things and being like this and then it's trying to twist a narrative to fit them because the old one was fitting to them. And we're being the worm that was feeding their garden. We're being the butterfly that was helping with pollination. But as soon as you took like that power, they like, why is my stuff drying up? Why is it? Because you're not there anymore. I had relationships with people like, you can't wear this. We're not together. No. So you got me. It's like, so there's something where people want you to stay in a mode that benefits them. The spirit is like, you can't be afraid of your own strength because they keep attacking because they think you don't have any. They're going to keep asking because they know that you're going to say yes. They're going to put you in situations where you're possibly in danger, but they know that you're going to go in protective mode to protect them and you. I mean that. They're going to put you around people that have talked shit about you consistently. And they keen together. I've been around that as well. But as soon as you take away your energy, call back your power, call back your attention, call back your focus, call back your devotion. Do I need to open the door? Yeah, that's better. Sorry, y'all. Sun, like I said, it's 5 in the morning when I start this. The spirit is telling you and wants you to start moving in a way that is authoritative, that is confident, that is sure of self. And anybody that cannot allow you to stand in your own light without dimming it, without trying to use it, without trying to manipulate it, like when I say you are wealthy and abundant, people just want that. People just want that. Without the word, when people hear that you are a good listener, they just want that, but they don't want to listen. They're over talking you in conversations. Like it's like they feel like you're repeating yourself over and over. It's like they don't want the teeth. They don't want the claws. They don't want the true animalistic nature that you are. They want the docile. They want the demure. They want the quiet. So it's like, no, show them. Take away your time. Take away your presence. Take away your energy. Take away your yeses. And it may be hard at first because when I have to first start saying no to people, even though my body was just like, we don't want to go. We don't want to get dressed up. We don't want to go. And just to go back to it was just like, it feels weird, but your body, your neurons, your electrons, your genetic base, everything is changing. Because you were in that environment and that setting and the energy for so long. I'm not letting you out, honey. I'm not. He wants to go out so bad, especially since he's seen another cat. Animal nature. But you have to, especially when we pull back on the Queen of Pentacles, they have a whole Kingdom League, wealth, they have affluence, expansion, resources. People, they don't want you to use your own qualities, characteristics on yourself. I'm sending you so much love because if you watch my other reading about things being exposed, things are going to be exposed. People are going to be exposed. We cannot have all this Aries energy in the air while I'm recording this. We cannot be in the 10th year when I'm recording this of Capricorn, which is recognition, visibility, being put in the spotlight, determination, goat energy, scaling things that you possibly didn't think would be scalable, and they're going to be left behind, and they're not going to understand why, but it's because they didn't put in the work, they didn't put in the time, they didn't put in the energy, they didn't put in the intention that meant action. Because you know what I say, intention don't mean shit, but to the person that's feeling the intention. I don't get your feelings of intention. I could get your words, oh, I thought I was going to do this, or I could have did this, or I was going to, I want it. The intention is great. Some people are okay with that, but they want you to be okay with the intention. And there's no action. Intentions don't mean shit until they meet action. Because even if you're intending to be nice to someone and do something nice for someone, you can do that nice thing and they still be unhappy, unsatisfied, irritated, all this stuff. That wasn't my intention to do this. That wasn't my intention. Intention doesn't mean shit. It's the actions that I'm getting the receiving end of. And people are starting to get your actions. Or they're going to need to start getting your actions. Because for a long time they've been, I don't want to intend to hurt them. I don't want to. No. Like I said, sometimes you're better than people. I know I'm better than abusers and rapists and pedophiles because I'm not one. And you shouldn't be one. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know a whole lot more than a lot of people. Street smarts and book smarts. People, you have to be okay with saying what you have and who you are. Because people want you to diminish that. Hide that. You're a good singer. You're a good actor. You're a good this. Because they want to use it. So, with this understanding coming in, here for some time, it's time to bare their teeth. It's time to bare your claws. It's time to show them. It's time to pull back your energy, call back your power, call back your rage, call back your enlightenment. It's time to ask spirit to remove people and all things that aren't for you or with you in the highest level of light and regard and understanding. Because people have been playing in your face, in your energy, in your time, in your essence. And then spirit's like, we need you to move out the way. So it's time to move out of the way. Okay? Lesbian, reading my dollars, my love, my baby, my honey, my mooches. Okay? I love you. Please love yourselves more. Reinforce that love in yourself more. Act on that love for yourself a whole lot more. And until next time.